You know, something interesting, Sean, is we hear that the left all the time gets mad because the Republicans are trying to say that they're going far too left, but they're very moderate. But, you know, they do it to themselves when you have situations like this. Last week, we talked about how the Trump campaign was walking back their connections with Linda Saussure. And
The
they even
Biden campaign.
sorry, thank you, the Biden campaign. They even came out with a statement that I want to pull up just to remind people. We showed you guys this last week, but they said Joe Biden has been a strong supporter of Israel and a vehement opponent of anti-Semitism his entire life. And he obviously condemns her views and opposes BDS, as does the Democratic platform. Well, I guess they got too much heat from the far left because now, Sean, they're coming out and apologizing to the Muslim community because of what they said about Linda Saussure. I mean, they are doing this to themselves. It's unbelievable, the pandering that we're seeing here.
Yeah, I mean, well, they said at first when Linda Saussure spoke, she has this history of anti-Semitism, and they said, well, we don't have anything to do with that. We don't know where she came from. Holy smokes. And they denounced her. And then the second that they got blowback from the Muslim community, they said, hey, quietly, we're really sorry about that. We want to have it both ways. So we want to publicly denounce her and then privately tell you that there's not a problem. Again, this is where there's no one in the mainstream media. For all of this fact checking, Lyndsay, they let so much go by the wayside. They don't actually do their job. They brush it aside. We've seen this time and time again where the left gets to say whatever they want, however they want, and it just gets brushed aside. Think about what Nancy Pelosi said today, and we asked Martha McSally. They literally called people who support the president, she called them domestic enemies. There are people in uniform that have served our nation that she's calling domestic enemies, and no one cares because the media, you know, that's part of their agenda.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And even at the end of that clip, which we didn't show all of it, she says it again, and no one pushes back on her. They allow her to say it. I mean, these are disgusting words coming out of the Speaker of the House's mouth that should be brought to light, and obviously the mainstream media is not talking about them.
Yeah. Well, we had a great night last night. I think we're going to see a great night tonight, and obviously we'll have a great show tomorrow. Mark and Patricia McCloskey, they spoke last night. We're going to hear from them tomorrow, and then we're going to talk to Florida Lieutenant Governor Jeanette Nunes, who's speaking tonight. Plus, Alice Marie Johnson, we've had her on the show before. She was the one that President Trump's pardoned. She's speaking Thursday at the RNC. She'll be with us tomorrow. And of Matt Schlapp, Dr. Lauren Wright, and pro-life activist Marjorie Dansfelter will all be here to help break down night 2.
All right, it's going to be awesome. You don't want to miss it. That's our show. Greg Kelly Reports is up next.
Hey, thanks for being part of our company. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.